How's it going, Internet? It's your old mate, Strontium Dingo. First off, let me say hi to the new subscribers. Hi, new subscribers. One of them pointed out to me, I typed that wrong, that it was interesting that I, a YouTuber with the word strontium in his name, reviewed State of Decay and didn't even make any kind of joke about radioactivity. And I'm sure you'll agree that's a very good point. So, I promise to do so next time I discuss a game with a name relating to radioactivity or a nuclear theme in general. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at certain aspects of the Fallout 76 experience. And it's going to be pretty rad. What do you think, Bertrand? How was that? Was that funny or not?
What do I think, Dingo? I think you should stop fishing for compliments.
Nice. Okay, enough of all this. Just imagine, if you would, dear viewer, that you're a parent. If you are a parent, then congratulations on not being a virgin, statistically speaking, I guess. Not that there's anything wrong with virginity. In fact, some people might say that...
Dingo, focus.
Oh, right. Thank you, Bertrand. Imagine you've asked your kid to clean their room. When you go to check on them and see if they've done as you asked, instead of that, they've written a musical about a group of tree frogs that wear cute little hats, but there's also another group of tree frogs and they wear scarves instead. And the two mobs are at war over which accessory is the best one for tree frogs. But this one tree frog is a motivational speaker. And
would you please focus?
So they've got this musical about a motivational speaker tree frog, which is no doubt called Hop to It. But you know what else they have? That's right. A messy room still.
I hope this is going somewhere.
Nope, I just wanted to use that hop to it gag.
Oh my god!
Relax, I'm joking. Fallout 76 is a game that, well, surely we've all heard of Fallout 76 by now.
Not everybody has.
Fine, I'll do the history of the franchise, but I'm doing it in double speed because I'm pretty sure this is just a waste of time. Radioactive waste of... No.
I'm not sure that's the best way to...
Fallout is a series that takes place in an alternate reality where the world uses nuclear energy in the same way that we use electricity. Bethesda is a games company, and through what I can only assume is some kind of dark eldritch magic, they somehow gained the rights to the Fallout series. Bethesda is mainly known for turning out half-finished games which are then finished by the community via game modifications, usually called mods, instead of, the people that actually charge you money for the game finishing it themselves. So now, the Fallout series is intrinsically linked with the idea of bugs, glitches, terrible design decisions, awful coding, and the general concept of greed. This is possibly because Bethesda belongs to ZeniMax Media, which in turn belongs to a lawyer. Two fun facts. That lawyer is married to the actress who played Wonder Woman in the 70s TV show, which is probably why her music appears in Fallout 4 in that one bar in Good Neighbor. And no, I'm not looking the name of it up. Don't get me wrong, it's great music, but whatever. Here's the next fun fact. Donald Trump's little brother is an active board member of ZeniMax Media. And for the record, those two fun facts were indeed actual facts and not me trying to be random. Feel free to look that up for yourself.
Oh, for goodness sake, just shut up and let me do your job for you because you were too terrible to do it yourself. Oh, I see what you did there now.
And thanks for playing, Bertrand. Fallout 76 is the latest entry in the Bethesda Fallout series, with an emphasis so strong on multiplayer that you literally cannot play it in single player unless you give Bethesda money every month. However, the butt cherry on the crap cake is that Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, have decided not to allow mods on Fallout 76. This means, for the first time in the entire Bethesda Fallout series, they're actively stopping the community from, doing their job for them and actually finishing the freaking game. And that, coupled with the many public relations disasters the game is known for, means that Fallout 76 is considered by the general gaming public to be little more than an outdated practical joke. That's right, Fallout 76 is a whoopee cushion. You heard it here first. Whoopee cushion, that's a weird word. It looks like it should be pronounced whoopee. 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 Wookie. Wookie. Ha! Imagine that, a Wookie cushion. You sit on it and instead of going, it goes, no? Just me? Alrighty. What was I saying? Where was I?
Well, Dingo, I believe you were about to launch into a giant rant about how much you hate Fallout 76. Oh wow, who could have foreseen that?
Actually, Bertrand, I don't mind it. But that's only because now I know most of the major bugs. My first playthrough was so stress-inducing that I left the game alone for months, but when I came back to the game, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, they fixed all the bugs by then?
Fix the bugs. No, it was because I knew what the bugs were. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the very clever and not at all stupid Bertrand Dingus.
Yeah, jeez.
Seriously though, will someone please take him? Anybody? I don't even care if he goes to a good home.
I'm ignoring that.
Who are you, the Bethesda Quality Control Department, talking about the bugs in this game?
Maybe I am. You don't know me.
Are you though?
No.
I know that. Do you know how I know?
How?
Because I see evidence that you actually exist. When Fallout 76 first dropped, which really is the perfect verb for the release of the game on multiple levels, it didn't contain human NPCs, which is short for non-player characters, just in case you didn't already know that. Beyond a handful of robotic vendors and quest givers, there are literally no NPCs in the game.
So how do you get all your quests then?
Like I said, some robots give quests, but you mostly get them from listening to audio recordings called holotapes. The main storyline is basically you following the movements of the overseer or leader of the vault you left via her holotapes, which he just leaves lying around for some reason, but whatever. But you can't just listen to her holotapes relating to the main story and then put them back where they were, because of course you can't. So instead of relating to the character and worrying about her, you just get annoyed by her existence, because every time you go into that part of your inventory, you'll have to waste time scrolling past her holotapes to get to the holotape you're actually looking for. This will happen many times as you progress through other missions, because, remember, that's how most of the missions work in this game, via holotape.
Oh, do you have to scroll past like 3 holotapes? Boo-hoo.
There are 16 of them.
Oh, well just drop them back at your base then, jeez.
Mate, I would love that, but no, they're undroppable. You can't even remove them from your inventory.
Can you just, like, not pick them up instead then?
Yes, that's an option. So, like all the other Bethesda Fallout games, the so-called main quest is literally just an annoying distraction from the good parts of the game, because that's how games should work. Need to find your son in Fallout 4? Nope, you have to build your base up first. No wonder he's...
Dude, spoilers, I haven't played it yet.
What? But you've got something ridiculous like 1,000 hours in Fallout 4.
Yeah, but I'm not done with my base yet.
Unbelievable. That reminds me, a settlement needs your help. I'll mark it on your map.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? I don't get the reference.
What? Have you not left the first area yet? Like, at all?
No, I told you, I haven't finished with my base yet.
Unfreaking believable. Anyway, apparently, the reason you can't drop the Overseer's holotapes is because the story isn't finished yet. There are no words, apart from maybe shoddy design, and also, they literally released the game without all of the main story. Those are some words. Wastelanders is the free update which will add, or probably has added by the time I upload this crap, human NPCs to Fallout 76. And as far as I'm concerned, well, I'm not interested in it, as you know, because you can read video titles. To me, the best thing about Fallout 76 is the fact that there are no human NPCs in the game. I really cannot stress that enough, so I'm going to copy-paste the audio of my previous sentence and place it right here. To me, the best thing about Fallout 76 is the fact that there are no human NPCs in the game. Fallout 76 takes place in the part of the USA known as Appalachia, and I'd like to think I pronounced that correctly, but it's not like I could rely on the game for that, because they don't pronounce it consistently there, because of course they freaking don't. Point is, Appalachia is an area...
I'm not sure that's...
Whatever, we just went over that. Is an area where a lot of people have lost jobs due to automation. And just to be 100% clear, I mean in so-called real life, and not just in Fallout 76. This means that the lack of human NPCs serves a very strong narrative purpose. However, it also serves a very important gameplay purpose as well. It means that the other players become very important. And not just in the you need 5 party members to begin this activity kind of way. Side note, Fallout 76 will let you attempt stuff solo, even if you really should take a full team of players. That's pretty cool, I think. Anyway, let's use the robotic vendors as an example. The robotic vendors only carry a pitifully small amount of caps, which are the currency for the Fallout universe, And if you didn't already know that, then please accept my genuine thanks for watching this far into a video that must be very confusing to you. After 3 or 4 outings of collecting stuff to sell, the robotic vendors will be out of caps and won't restock until another 20 hours or so, and I'm not looking that up either. This means that you need to rely on other players if you actually want to make a meaningful amount of caps, which neatly brings us onto the topic of player camps. Player camps are a type of marsupial that can jump really high, like a dingo. Wait, sorry, I meant player camps are campsites that the player has built. Sorry, I always get those two mixed up.
Do you think that a dingo is a marsupial? How can you possibly—
Shut up, nerd. Nobody cares. One of the things that you can build at your camp is a vending machine, which you can use to sell items from your inventory. You can even hoard disease cures and then overcharge other people for them, just like in real life. Certain types of ammunition, for instance, can be very expensive to buy or craft, so your best bet is to check other player camps to see if they have some. And here is the perfect example of why this game, which is, in my opinion, a lot of fun at its core, is overlaid with annoying and unreasonable design decisions. Let's say you wanted to, buy a component called Stable Flux instead of— sounds rude, doesn't it? Instead of spending literal hours doing certain missions and then surviving in a highly irradiated area for at least half an hour and hoping that other players don't steal all the kills in that area, kills which you need in order to be able to craft Stable Flux because, well, look, you can see the pattern. So, you've got a pitiful amount of money because you've relied on robotic vendors, and for some reason nobody is buying the ammunition in your camp. So, you see another player's campsite on the map, and you travel there, which naturally costs you caps. But they don't have the component that you're looking for.
Oh, but Dingo, why don't you just examine their camp on the map and see what they've got before you fast travel there?
Mate, I would love that. But the game doesn't show you what they've got, only what categories they've got stuff in. For instance, Stable Flux. Stable Flux is, for some reason, in the junk category. So you go to a camp hoping they've got some, but nope, it's just a bunch of wood and steel, both of which are plentiful in the game, so you don't even need to grab any while you're there. The fact of the matter is, you just wasted caps because of crappy game design, which doesn't exactly inspire you to keep travelling to other camps. And sure, you can just walk there on foot instead of fast travelling, which is free, but— I made that sound like fast travelling was free, you know what I meant. But there's no way of knowing if that person is about to log off or move their camp, so it could disappear long before you get there. And if you can afford to fast travel to random camps all over the map, then you probably don't actually need Stable Flux from their vendors because you've been playing for so long that, well, you get the idea, I'm sure. All of which could be avoided by letting the player see a simple list, which obviously already exists somewhere in the game. Or else, how does the game know what items the other player is selling to begin with? I sounded incredibly sarcastic then, and good. I don't mean I sounded good. Look, that's not actually the main reason that I go to player camps. I'll tell you what is, though. Other players aren't just an important part of Fallout 76, they're also the best thing about it. As I said, the player camps are built by players, and some of them has been amazing. I remember this one camp that was just a large wooden building. What you're looking at right now is a screenshot of that camp. I go up those stairs you can see, I go to use the vendor, and there's some smoke across the floor in front of it because someone placed a smoke machine there. Cool. Imagine my surprise when I walk up to the vendor and fell through a hole in the floor. You see, this person's camp had been set up to be like a spooky haunted house tour. You go through the rest of their camp because you're trapped in it now, and they've set up some of the spookier props in the game all about the place for you to discover. And when you get to the end of the tour, then you can access their actual vendor. Genius! I could go on for hours about how great some of the player camps I've come across are. Well, maybe for about 15 minutes. Whatever. But let's not forget that being able to build in an area at all comes from a Fallout New Vegas mod, which Bethesda most likely ripped off of the mod maker. And if they didn't rip it off of there, then they certainly stole the idea without crediting them. I'm not going to discuss that further, but let's not pretend that it's not the case in so many areas of the modern Fallout franchise. okay? The point is, the personality of Fallout 76 is so bland that the other players are, by default, the actual personality of the game, and most of them are awesome. It's an online space, so of course you run into trolls, but mostly the community are very helpful and often very generous as well. And that's why I'm not looking forward to Wastelanders. We don't need human NPCs because the game already has characters in it. I'm certainly not implying that I consider other people to be NPCs. In fact, that's kind of my point. What we have right now is so much better than any NPCs that Bethesda could possibly come up with the possible exception of Moira Brown and a handful of the Fallout 4 companions, and I wish I could add Boone, but that was Obsidian and not Bethesda. No other online game I've ever played lets the community express itself so much as in this game, and that's mainly because of the amount of control that the player has over their own personal space. I don't think we need Wastelanders. In fact, to be honest, I'm worried it's going to make Appalachia feel a little crowded, and that makes me feel a little sad that the vibe, the atmosphere, there must be a French phrase I'm looking for here, but I'm stuffed if I can think of it, will change, and I'll no longer feel like a random member of a group of hardy pioneer types reclaiming the land for humanity in general. And that's why I'm not looking forward to Wastelanders. I was going to do a I'm ending the video now gag, but I'm certain that all of my viewers would see it coming a mile away. While Fallout 76 is bland as heck, which I will generously assume is by design and not due to, say, Bethesda being a soulless corporation owned by a lawyer, run by a liar, and stationed by a bunch of probably dead inside by now game devs who are just using the skills they have to feed their family. I can't remember how I started this sentence now. Sorry.
Wow, you sure are being negative about Fallout 76, Dingo. I challenge you to say 3 things that you like about it.
You can earn atoms, the game store currency, which costs real-world money, for doing various things in-game. That's pretty generous of them, considering how stingy they are in other areas. Good job, Bethesda. They gave away, for free, because that's what gave away means, an in-game pride flag icon and photo frame. Sure, it's probably just corporate virtue signalling, but I reckon I'd love that kind of representation if I were a member of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm a straight dude, so I can see decent representation in basically every other game. Anyway, good job, Bethesda. I can't actually think of 3 things I like about the game. I mean, I can think of more, but my pleasure of them is tempered by their poor implementation. For instance, I think the sound design is amazing, except it's full of glitches, like randomly hearing the beep of explosive mines even though there's none nearby, or the Sentrybot minigun sample loop glitch that appears to have been fixed, but this is like the 207th time they've fixed it. And I'm certain you could hear the air quotes. Then there's my personal favourite holotape, which is literally titled, My Name's James, but the person whose name is James, the person who first speaks, and literally the first thing they say is, My name is James, is subtitled as being named Dan.
My name is James, and I like trains. So here I sit, waiting in vain. The trains don't go since the world did blow. Now it's just James and a pile of dead trains.
Oh, and while we're talking about the bugs, let's discuss how random enemies, and I literally mean random this time, can be immune to damage because, screw you, what are you, some kind of person who wants to have fun? But by all means, Bethesda, don't bother fixing any of that, just add more no doubt broken content instead, because that's certainly how professionals behave. Here's a list of bugs that should still be in Fallout 76. Oh, I know, here's a nice thing I can say about Fallout 76. Fallout 76 didn't pick on me in school. Looking at you, Mr. Mark. Good job, Bethesda. Fallout 76 doesn't need an update called Wastelanders. It needs an update called Holy crap, the game actually works as intended now, even though the game has been out for well over a year. Don't give us an update, give us bug fixes. Give us all the bug fixes. I want you to bug fix this game so hard that it patches other non-related games. Or, at the very least, let me finish quests without having to quit out and restart the game again because the quest item didn't magically disappear from the game world, and where did it go when I clicked on it? Not in my inventory, that's for sure. And don't tell me to wait, I already gave this crap like 5 minutes to sort itself out. The point is, Fallout 76 is your kid that still has a messy room. I didn't want a musical play about tree frogs, Bethesda. I just wanted you to have a clean room. And you know what else I'd like to see? Me using much better metaphors. Wait. Metaphors. Nailed it. One last thing. If you didn't already know, Fallout 76 is coming to Steam with the Wastelanders update. And if you linked your Bethesda and Steam accounts before the 12th of April 2020, which, if you're watching this, congratulations on owning a time machine, then you get a free copy of Fallout 76 on Steam if you link your accounts, not if you own a time machine, obviously. Your atoms, which again is the name of the in-game store currency that you pay for with actual money, which is literally just paying for stuff but with extra steps, but okay, boomer. Your atoms on the Bethesda account won't be available on your Steam account, so why the heck would you even bother with the Steam version? Oh, and you know how I was saying that you can pay for single-player mode before? Technically, that's not true. You're not playing in single-player mode, you're playing on a private server, meaning you can also invite your friends if you have any. You can get access to this private server by paying for a, frankly overpriced, monthly subscription called Fallout First. And guess what? Just like with your Bethesda account atoms, you also can't access that with your Steam version either. Sure, you could pay twice so that you can I'm not even finishing this sentence because it's so stupid. Quote me about a minute ago. So why the heck would you even bother with the Steam version? But yeah, anyway, Fallout 76 is coming to Steam with the Wastelanders update for some reason. So, you know, it's got that going for it. Woohoo! Whoopee! Oh, that's right, it's pronounced whoopee. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, join the cult of the moth. Bam! And the dingo is gone. My name is James, and I like trains. So here I sit, waiting in vain. The trains don't go since the world did blow. Oh, now it's just James in a pile of dead trains. I need to get past this gate, but I can't go through it. I wish I was like a real dingo and could jump very high due to being a marsupial. That barbed wire hurt. Ow! Why would I keep doing that? I am very unhappy, obviously. Wait, I know. Nailed it.